Hello, it's Brandy Alexander with your weekly reading from January 21st to January 27th. I thought I'd ask you, get a cup of tea. It's going to be an interesting reading, and we're talking about personalities today. And I'm not doing tarot, I'm doing Australian bush flower essence cards, and they're really letting you know how your personality needs to emerge. And of course, it's a general reading. It won't pertain to everyone, but I'm sure it'll hit home for a lot of you. So just a moment while I take a sip. That's good. It's green tea with coconut. So the first card we've got is the Five Corners Flower Essence. Now the essences actually, as they come as drops, and they can be made into spray or creams, but they work not on a scent, they work on the essence of the flower. Doctrine of signatures. The world is full of messages through plants and fruit and food, what is good for our bodies and our minds. And this particular flower essence is to help with self-esteem, self-confidence, and anyone that's sort of held in like a crushed personality. And actually all the cards really relate. I've chosen 3 cards randomly, asking for my spirit guides to pull out or drop the cards that kind of drop out of the deck for the reading for this week, what's most appropriate for the people that will be listening. So it is talking about low self-esteem, especially concerning the physical body. Some of you might have some issues with that. I actually at the moment do too. After my holiday tum-tum, oh my heavens, it's not looking pretty. It's dislike of self, crushed or held in personality. And another interesting thing, it's talking about people that have low self-esteem or just don't feel good about themselves. They often wear clothing that is very drab and dreary. And if you think about, you can own your space. You can own your ideas. You are a magnificent divine person that was born to have your part in this world. We're all connected, and each of us have an intricate part. You can think of a necklace with beads. If one bead's dropped off, the whole thing will just fall apart, and it won't be the same. So it's really important to live to your highest, it's really like a vibration, because you've been sent in this body to have this human experience, and it's important that you fulfill it, because otherwise you're just, I've mentioned this in other readings, you're just moving along through life without your purpose. It's almost like mechanical. So this is really important to celebrate your uniqueness in the world and not be shy. Start wearing bright clothes. If any of you are doing the Marie Kondo thing, does it bring you joy? I know you can't empty your whole wardrobe, but some of you probably need to, because you need to wear some more vibrant clothing. Actually, I went out with a friend a week ago. She had the most gorgeous dress on that suited her to a T. It just looked fabulous. And if there's something that makes you feel really good, fill your wardrobe with that sort of color and vibrancy, or whatever it is. Even white. Some people look really great in white. But get rid of the drab clothing if you dare. And I think you should. I'm daring you. I think it's really important that you do it. So there's a little blurb at the beginning of the information. I'm looking at the book that is like sort of the very important information on the bush flower essences. It's really comprehensive, by the inventor Ian White, and he's got really extensive information for the mind in these flower essences, and also our physicality in the flower essences. They can help with both, and they're very subtle. But it says, life is getting to know you are worth it. So that's what this card is all about. You are worth it, and do not shy away from that. You are worth it. Interestingly enough, some of these cards, like it's showing, the next card is called Tall Yellow Top. And, you know, the cards can have two meanings to them. But the Tall Yellow Top, actually I'll tell you what the blurb says about that. One of the most important results you can bring into the world is that you really want to be. And this card is talking a lot about people feeling lost, lonely. It's feeling isolated. It's sort of like you've lost your tribe or you've lost your way. And that can be through life experiences. It depends on your age and what you've gone through. But a lot of people do feel, like myself, I always felt like I was born in the wrong place, wrong country. And there is a sense of that with this card. But also, you know, if you've changed careers or you've been stuck in a particular career for too long, that's what this card's telling you. It's time to find that sense of belonging and to start again accepting yourself. So it's about embracing who you are, not trying to distract from who you are. And that's why some people wear very drab colors. They're kind of just trying to blend in and get through. Obviously, I didn't wear this dress with the intention of this reading. Like, I just had it on and I just happened to think, wow, I'm pretty bright. Anyway, I don't know that I always was. You know, my story of how I lived in Canada and then really morphed into this whole being by moving to a different country, different climate, and I really did have, it's like a walk-in experience, a different person I became. But to be truly who you are, it is to show people not to be shy away from it. That's what you need to do. That's what these cards are saying. It will make you feel at home. And that's part, funnily enough, that's what it says, knowing that one is home. So the part of this too is accepting others as they are. You know, some people aren't ever going to change, and you need to accept that they are how they are, you are how you are, and how you should not dim your light. Don't dim your personality. Don't change your values. You know, it's about your integrity. I've been really loving this integrity word, or it's not just the word. I like what's behind it. It's important for you to be true to yourself. So Tall Yellow Top is really wanting you to do that. So you, actually, what did, yeah, it's about, you know, a sense of loneliness. Oh, and here's another really important part about this card. Some of you have been going through life very much in your head and ignoring the heart. And you've cut off from your heart and feelings, and for probably because it hurts too much. And it's saying it's time to move out of that and, you know, blend the two and just break out and be this wonderful person you're going to be. I'm thinking about how much, you know, with these readings and how things have changed for so many of you, or you're about to take these big steps. It's, you know, it's a personal growth that you need to go through to make this change, to make it happen. So really, you could start simply by the physical, changing your hairstyle, changing your clothing, standing tall. That's it's being proud of who you are. That's what the Tall Yellow Top is all about. It's apparently a very tall plant. The next one I'm going to show you too, it's a tall plant as well, and it's saying stand straight. This next card's called the Gymea Lily, And it is saying if you have any back problems, it's a very good essence to help for the back problems. Now, back problems often come from feeling of lack of support, lack of money. So if you do have back problems, think about that. Why is there a lack of money? Is it because somebody else is expecting you to pay their way? Is there, are you stuck in a situation because of money? You're feeling, oh, you'll have more if you're with that person, or because of this job seems so important that you feel stuck because of that, because you're worried about the lack. Well, Gaimea Lily is saying to stand up tall, and it's an interesting card because it's got two different types of meanings to it, but really for the reading today, I really feel that it's all about being strong with who you are and do whatever you have to do to be yourself. The wording at the beginning says, never be afraid to tread the path alone. Know which is your path and follow it wherever it may lead you. Do not feel you have to follow in someone else's footsteps. So it's about being true to yourself, having integrity to live your truth. It is about being strong to who you are and to do what you have to do. It will enable you to achieve and fulfill your highest destiny, and to find what gives you passion in life, and to do what really makes you, what makes your heart sing. So it's really about following your truth. And it says it's a remedy for those who are willing to lead an extraordinary life, flying high like an eagle as opposed to living trapped like a chicken in the chicken coop, in the numb mediocrity and mindlessness of consensus of reality. So, you know, some of you are at that chicken coop stage where you're just like doing, that's a lot of the head stuff too, you know, if you're just in your head and you're just doing what you normally do, wearing your drab clothing, leading your drab life, well, it's time. These cards are saying it's wake up call time. You're the only one that can change the situation, so it's time to be the strong, powerful person that you are. And it doesn't mean that you have to be bossy or pushy, but in some of your minds, you might feel like you're being bossy or pushy because you've been trodden on. You've been bullied by people, and the reason I can say that is the reverse of this card, and it is about people that have been arrogant around you, and they might be attention seeking. They're craving status or glamour, and they're a dominating or overriding personality, and that is the people that have been oppressing you, and it's time for you to change and sort of like break free from those shackles. And you know, we're programmed from an early age to sometimes from our families, you know, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. If you don't do this, oh, you'll bring shame to the family. And you know, the world has evolved. It is time to let go of those outmoded ideas. You were put on this earth to make a difference, and it's really almost like it's I want to say the word sin, but it's not right. It's really it's a missed, you know, you shouldn't let these opportunities go by, because it's sort of like you know, when they might make somebody invisible in a picture or something, or they black them out, like you're doing that to yourself. You can't do that. You've been given this opportunity for whatever reason, universe, God, whatever the divine plan is, to speak your truth. And now it's saying it's time. It's been leading up to this for quite a long time, as you know. So if you feel like sometimes people feel that fear in their stomach, or you notice your body tensing up, I want you to really notice in this next week what's happening in your body. Stand straight, head held high, speak your truth. Start learning to speak up, because that's what this is all about. There's some questions around this. Why am I really here? What have I come to do? And then go on to base your lives to follow your dream and answers on those questions. It just so happens to say that. That's pretty good. So it helps, this essence, the Gaia essence, helps you to stay strong and focused on doing what you know you have to do with such single-minded purposefulness that you are not worried about what other people think or how they are judging you. So this is the essence you need to adopt. You need to get out of your own way, like I say, and don't worry about them. That's them. What you're about to do is for you, for your life. You were put here for certain reasons, and you need to follow that. So it's all about finding, not even finding, it's about expressing your true beliefs. Some of you, it will be very hard because it looks like you've been around a lot of oppressors from what those cards are saying. The good news is I've used some other cards. They're my really old cards I've had. They're, really kind of like a warm blanket. They're simple to read and give really very super clear messages. So you are going to have an answered prayer. Your prayers have been listened to, and it will be answered. Now, when you see this, don't think everything's just magically going to happen. The other cards I just read, that are the Bushflower Essence cards, they're giving you a message of action. You need to start changing and speaking your truth and living your truth, including your clothing. Actually, I have a friend in Canada. She there's a program she does. I think it's called Dressing Your Truth, and you might want to Google that. I'm pretty sure there's a whole program. I think it's called Dressing Your Truth or something like that, and it's pretty neat. Dreams. Pay a lot of attention to the dreams you've been having, and just see if you can analyze them. There will be messages in there for you to guide you along on what you're supposed to do, or maybe there's even some people that have passed over that are coming to you in the dreams, sending their love to you, or they're giving you messages of support. So have a good week. Clean out that wardrobe if you have a chance. Get some red on. It was saying how important the color red is. If it doesn't suit you, wear something bright. It will really lift you up. I do have some friends that are starting back at work this week. Sit tall, be yourself, and wear some bright colors to help get you through the week. And until then, I'll see you next week, and I wish you a really good week, and getting to know yourself and letting everyone know who you